fourth grade. Welcome to another period of learning. I should say fourth, fifth, sixth, I'm sorry. So far in our new 3 weeks of learning, you have been learning about geometry shapes. You've learned about right angles, parallel lines. You've been talking about congruent angles, which are angles that are the same. A right angle has that perfectly perpendicular line. You've learned parallel lines never touch. You've been talking about geometric shapes, closed simple curve, a simple closed curve, polygons, triangles, quadrilaterals. You probably want to save those papers or make a copy of those papers. Actually, maybe I can reach in and make you a copy of those 2 papers to keep so that you can use later on. Actually, in fact, that's what I'll do. So inside your page, you with some of your writing stuff, you will have a paper that has that information on it so that you have it to look back at later, because you're going to need that for a while. Okay, so today we are working on, we're working on 2 lessons. So we're kind of working ahead a little bit. We're going to be on page 277, which is lesson 154. And then I'm also going to briefly talk about page 279, which is lesson 155, so that you'll be ready for tomorrow, because it's really easy and ties in. All right, so we're talking about something called perimeter, and you should have done this. I believe we did this last year in 3rd grade. Actually, I know we did this last year in 3rd grade. Remember, perimeter is just the distance all the way around a shape, okay? So it's this side plus this side plus this side of any shape. You're just adding all the shapes together. You're adding all the sides of the shapes together. So the way you learned in 3rd grade is just adding all the sides together. So in this triangle, we have, by the way, we're doing the front of page 277. So if you need to pause me and get your math page for 277, go ahead and do that. You can pause me and go get it, but we're actually going to work through the whole front together. So you'll have all the answers for the front if we do this together, okay? So the first one, you add all these together, all the sides. 5 plus 4 plus 2 equals, see, 5 and 4 is 9 and 2 is 11, but you need your label. Don't forget 11 what? 11 yards, okay? And there's your answer, 11 yards. That's the perimeter for this triangle, okay? Now let's go over to this square. Each side says it's 8 feet, so that red square is going to be 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, okay? 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 is kind of like saying 8 times 4, right? And what's 8 times 4? I hope you said 32, because 32 is the right answer. And we've got to label it. We got to remember what this is. 32 what? 32 feet. Okay? Remember, perimeter is just the distance around. If you walked around it, how far would you walk? Okay? All right, now we've got this big trapezoid here, and this time I'm going to add them vertically because it's easier for me to do that. So let's start over here. 76 plus 80 plus 70 plus 90. Okay, 6 is there. Now we've got 7 plus 8, that's 15, plus another 7. 15 plus 7 is, what do you think? 22, and then we've got 22 plus 9. That's going to be 31. Okay, so there's our answer, 316 what? Don't forget your label. Inches. It's marked wrong if you don't have your label. So you need to remember your yards and your feet and your inches, okay? And there's your answer. Don't forget to circle your answer. Okay, last one, the super skinny rectangle. So we have 1 plus 7 plus 1 plus 7. What is 1 plus 7 plus 1 plus 7? It's like adding 8 and 8, right? And 8 and 8 is 16. And don't forget your label, your yards, 16 yards. Okay, now, when you're finding perimeter of a rectangle like this one, there is a simple and easy formula to use where you just plug in numbers. And this works all the time for perimeter of a rectangle. If you'll notice on a rectangle, you have 2 long sides, 2 lengths, and you have 2 short sides, 2 widths. Now, the width isn't always shorter than the length. Sometimes, you could have a rectangle that goes like this, and then the width is bigger than the length. The important thing with a rectangle to know is that length runs this way, width runs this way, how thick it is. This one is skinnier, this one is thicker, okay? So you've got, notice what is the same about the length and the 2 lengths and the 2 widths. The width, because it's a rectangle. In a rectangle, the rule for a rectangle is that you have 2 long sides, which are the same, and 2 short sides, which are the same. This isn't a rectangle. These sides aren't the same. This is a trapezoid. This is not a rectangle, okay? If it's a true rectangle, your length will be the same and your width will be the same, okay? So follow your eyes over here with me. I'm in the screen, right? I'm in the screen, right? Okay. Okay, good. Sorry. Checking with my cameraman, camerawoman. Got Caitlin back there today. This is our formula if you're dealing with a rectangle. If it says find the perimeter of a rectangle, you can always use this formula. And the formula is P, that stands for perimeter. Perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So if we came over here to this rectangle and we used this formula, we would have 2 times, what's the length? 7. 2 times 7 plus, what's the width? 1. 2 times the width, 1. Okay? We solve that. We do parentheses first. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 2 times 1 is 2. And if we added that together, that equals 16. Do our answers match up? They do. So that formula works every time there's a rectangle. So now, moving down to number 2 on your page 277, it says find the perimeters of rectangles having these dimensions. Now, they haven't drawn you the picture, but they've told you what the length and the width are. We don't need the picture as long as we know what the length and the width are. So here's the first one. The length is 6 inches, the width is 5 inches. We're going to plug it in up here. The L, the 6 is going to go where the L is, and the 5 is going to go where the W is, okay? So we're going to write our formula. We're going to have P equals 2 times, what's L? 6 plus 2 times, what's W? 5, okay? I hope everyone's where I am at. If I'm moving too fast for you, pause me, rewind me, whatever you want to do. Okay? All right, now we can solve. Remember, we do parentheses first. So we go P equals, P stands for perimeter. Perimeter. Perimeter means the area around. 2 times 6 is 12. Plus 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, now we can solve that, right? P equals 12 plus 10 is, you guys can do this. I'm hoping you got 22, because that's right. Now remember, we need to add in our measurement. Look back here, what are we measuring? Inches, 22 inches, and we circle. P, the perimeter, equals 22 inches. It's really good for you to start knowing what things stand for in these formulas. You are going to use these in 5th grade and 6th grade and 7th grade and 8th grade. It'll keep reviewing, it'll keep reminding you, but it's good to have this base because you're going to keep using these, okay? All right, now we're going to go to B. If you didn't finish A, if I went too fast, pause me, finish A, and then we'll go on to B, okay? We're going to use our formula again. P equals 2 times length plus 2 times width. We're going to fill in our numbers, okay? So write with me. P equals 2 times, what's our length? 21 plus 2 times, what's our width? 7. Okay, now we're going to come back. P equals, we're going to solve the parentheses first. What's 2 times 21? If you need to write a little thing up top, go ahead. You can do it sideways. That's 42 plus 2 times 7 is, I hope you said 14. That one's an easy one. Okay, now we need to add, last step, P perimeter equals, if you need to make them up right side up to add, that's okay. Or you can just add the 1s and then the 10s. Okay, so perimeter equals 56. Go back, we need our measurement. We need how much? 56 what? 56 yards, okay? P equals 56 yards. Circle your answer. P stands for perimeter. P for perimeter. Perimeter is the distance around an object. Okay, last one, we've got C. Pause me if you didn't finish B and you need more time. Okay, and then start me again when you're ready for C. All right, C, we've got length is 18 feet and width is 12 feet. We're going to feed it back into our formula over here. Perimeter equals 2 times length plus 2 times width. This is something you are going to need to memorize because you're going to use it in 5th grade and 6th grade and 7th grade and 8th grade and 9th grade and 10th grade, and you're going to need it all the way. And then if you get into gardening or building a house or measuring how many lights you need to fit around your room and your bedroom when you're decorating, you need to know the perimeter. You need to know the formula to know how to find the perimeter if the area you're working on is a rectangle. Okay, so our formula is P equals 2 times length. What's our length? 18 plus 2 times, what's our width? 12. Okay, now let's solve the parentheses. 2 times 18 is, if you need to write it up right side to figure it out, that's fine. Okay, 2 times 18 is 36 plus 2 times 12. You should know this. It's on your 2's times tables, on your 12's times tables, so I hope you know. 24. Okay, now we're going to add those 2 up. P equals, if you need to write them vertically, that's not a problem. You just do a quick little problem over there, and we find out that P equals 60. 60 what? Don't forget that label at the end, 60 feet. You will get it wrong if you don't put the feet at the end. You have to tell me what you're measuring, 60 feet, okay? Or yards, or inches, or meters, okay? And circle your answer, 60 feet. Now, on the back of this page is more of that stuff. You're gonna do it yourself. You're gonna fill in, remember this formula, flip it over, it's on the front of your page, and you're gonna work more with that. Now, really quick, I'm gonna erase some of this, and we're gonna talk about a square. So let's look at this square right here. What do you notice about all of the sides of a square? This is in preparation for tomorrow's lesson. So if you want to pause me and go get tomorrow's lesson, page 279, 155, you can. We're gonna work through number 2, okay? So if you want to do that, you can. Otherwise, no biggie, you can pause me if you want. So going back, what did we notice about the square? I hope you said that all 4 sides are equal, because all 4 sides are equal. Now, do you remember when we were solving this, and I said 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, it's like 8 times 4, right? So the formula for a square, you could take the time and add all the sides, or you could do the formula for a square, which is 4 times side. That S is for side. There isn't a length and a width in a square, because a square, all 4 sides are the same. So the formula for the perimeter, P, perimeter of a square, is 4 times side, because this is a side, this is a side, this is a side, this is a side. There's no length that's longer or no width that's the sides, okay? They're all 4 the same side. So number 2 on page 279, again, if you want to pause me and get tomorrow's math page, that's fine. Or you can write this down on another piece of paper. Either way is fine. Okay, so we're going to look at number 2. It says for letter A, now the first one, number 1, it's wanting you to find the perimeter by adding them up. So the first one, A, says side is 3 yards. It wants you to add 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, 3 4 times. Okay, that first one is wanting you to add all the sides. The second one, it wants you to use the formula. Okay, so number 1 on the perimeter of the square, page 279, that's tomorrow's lesson, not today's. We're just teaching to tomorrow also because it's the same topic. You're going to add, but for number 2, you're going to use the formula. Okay, so it gives you the first one, the side equals 3 yards, okay? You're going to plug it into this formula right here. P equals 4 times, what's S? It's 3, okay? P equals 12. 12 what? Yards. The side said yards. Okay, circle your answer. Okay, this one's a lot simpler, not as many steps. Okay? We're on number 2. Remember, on number 1, they want you to add them. On number 2, they want you to do the formula, okay? So B, it says that the side equals 9 inches. Okay, we don't have to see the rectangle. If we know that one side is 9 inches, we know that all the sides are 9 inches. So we're going to plug it into our formula. P equals 4 times the side is 9. P equals, I hope you know your 4s, 36, and what is it? Inches. Don't forget that inches. You're going to get it wrong if you don't remember those inches. Okay, last one, C, it says side equals 21 inches. So you're going to go perimeter equals 4 times, what's our side? 21. Perimeter equals, if you need to do a little side multiplication, go for it. P equals 84. 84 what? Inches. There's our answer. Now, the key on this next lesson is you need to look. Is it saying it wants the perimeter of a rectangle? Then you can use this. Is it saying it wants the perimeter of a square? Then you can use this. If it says it wants the perimeter of a triangle, then you have to add all the sides. There isn't a formula for that. It's just side plus side plus side, okay? So pay attention to what it's asking for, and you can use the formulas accordingly, all right? Remember, if you have any questions, you can watch the video again. You can FaceTime me, you can tell me on Zoom, you can call me, whatever you end up needing, okay? I'm here to help you.